Kitty cat. So in high school, me and my friends started this anime club. Yes, that was us. They were dark times. Let's move past it. Well, my friend started it. She organized it, went to all the teachers, got the whole thing approved. I kind of went along to every meeting and started calling myself the co-founder. But it did mean that I had the job of occasionally picking anime episodes for everyone to watch. I made people watch the Kirby anime. I didn't give a fuck. After a while, we sort of started outsourcing that job to the rest of the group. You've read the title of the video, I think you know where this is going. So every week we'd meet for anime club on a Wednesday at lunchtime. Everyone would come in, we'd watch like one episode, maybe another like one half of an episode, and then everyone would go back to class. So members of the club would start coming up to me or the actual founder and start suggesting episodes for us to watch. Then we would go home, watch them, make sure they were okay, and then, you know, bring them back the next week if they were fun. One time we forgot. This one time I'm sitting in home group and another girl who's in my home group is also in the anime club and comes up to me and says, "For the next anime club, can we watch this anime I've heard of called He Is My Master?" Anime's got weird titles. I didn't think anything of it, but it did sound a little sketchy, so I went up to the founder and I was like, "Have you heard of this anime? It's called He Is My Master." And she was like, "Yeah, I think I've watched an episode or two. It should be okay." So I didn't think to go home and watch it before showing it to everyone. So there we are, maybe on a Wednesday, at lunchtime. Big screens up, we got the projector set up so that everyone can see. Bunch of year 7s, 12.9ers, just sitting in the back row, and the middle row, and the front row. We load up Crunchyroll. He Is My Master, episode 1. So the start of the anime is okay. I don't remember it, I've blocked it out. Turns out, first episode of He Is My Master, there's a scene with a hot tub and some just straight up full frontal nudity. It wasn't like sexy or anything like that, but it was full frontal nudity. So everyone in the room just starts screaming. There's porn on the TV. There's porn on a school wall. And I ran to pause it at the worst time. Just boobs. Everyone's still screaming. We're all telling them to stop because from what I can see outside the door, there's a teacher. And not a nice teacher. I know this teacher. I've had this teacher. And she is very curious about all the screaming. So everyone shuts up. Quiet as a mouse. The teacher turns the handle of the room. Opens the door. She walks in looking very confused to a bunch of stone-faced year 7 to 12s. Just stone-faced. Nobody says a word. The teacher doesn't say a word. The teacher looks at us, looks at the screen, looks back to us, walks backwards out of the room, and just closes the door. And that was the first time I accidentally showed animated porn to a bunch of children. So the second time I accidentally showed animated porn to a bunch of school children was a couple weeks later. We were all sitting in anime club again. I hadn't thought of something for us to watch yet, but I had heard of a show called Paranoia Agent because I was really into Satoshi Kon at the time. I just watched Paprika, I heard he did this anime, didn't really put the two together. So we put on the first episode, and it's fine for like 10 minutes. And then there's this scene where there's a man with a computer and two younger teenage boys. And they're all looking at the screen and the man is loading up this like dial-up pornography. And having had this happen like 2 weeks ago, I can immediately tell what's going on. Animated computers there. The picture is loading up like doop, 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 doop. The founder makes a mad dash for the computer to try and stop this from happening. I leap up onto the table and thrust my hand up into the air to block the projection coming out from the ceiling projector. About 2 seconds too late, the screams start again. The image is burned into everyone's mind. There's no teacher this time, thank God. I think the next week we watched Pokemon.